Hey, this is Nate Zielinski with Tightline Outdoors and the Ice Addiction Tournament Series presented by Clam. This is officially your Quiet Cat recap of the event this past weekend. And I have to get started off by giving a huge shout out to Quiet Cat. What an amazing product. It was a part of your first place prize at the Steinaker Reservoir event there in Utah. And what an amazing machine it is that first place winner is going home with, again, with that Quiet Cat e-bike. I had this Quiet Cat e-bike at the lake. I was actually riding around with a trailer loaded with gear. If you saw some of the pictures, we had a ton of snow at that event. We had 6 inches of snow, some slush, crazy conditions, and I was pedaling around with ease. If you're an ice fisherman, you've got to check out that Quiet Cat e-bike. Absolutely incredible. But again, this is your Quiet Cat recap. I want to walk you through the event. So at that event at Steinaker, it was an amazing series, an amazing setup. We weighed so many fish. It was unbelievable. So our hole started off in about 7 feet of water. We went out to about 35 feet of water, and fishing was incredible through the entire range of those depths. We weighed just shy of 300 fish. Majority of those fish were all rainbows. We had a handful of browns, but everything else was all rainbows. We did not see any of the bluegill show up. We did not see any of the bass show up that we were kind of anticipating. But we did see fish going across the entire board. Mr. Brian Jensen won the event with a 1.32 pound rainbow. So not a huge fish. It tapered down to, I think, 1.06. So very, very tight race. I mean, tenths of an ounce made a huge difference in this event. From what I observed as being at the event, overlooking everything, we saw fish get caught in those shallower holes at 7 feet. We saw a lot of fish get caught in 35 feet of water. We saw fish get caught on the bottom. We saw a lot of fish get caught suspended in the water column. Dead sticking, very active baits. Everything seemed to work, but I'd say that the winning techniques for the fish that weighed the most, so the slightly heavier fish, that were weighed in opposed to some of the lighter fish, it seemed like the deeper depths definitely held a few more of those bigger fish. Two concepts there. One, it could have been just those deeper fish were associating to a food source that was a little bit more regular in that deeper water, and or the pressure system. Every event you hear us talk about pressure, but anytime you have storms, snow, in which we had a lot of snow. Obviously, as those storms come and go, you get barometric pressure change. With that, sometimes those deeper fish get a little more comfortable. So a more mature fish, a fish that would weigh more, a lot of times those heavier fish will slide to that deeper water to avoid some of the pressure changes that are affecting them a little bit more in that shallow water, and they stay a little more active. So that's one concept. As the pressure change was occurring, that deeper water held some of those bigger fish. Other thing is a lot of times just the fish will stay more active in that deeper water as those pressure systems come by. So regardless, whatever the story was, or even angling pressure can affect it. From talking to so many anglers, those deeper depths definitely had those fish a little bit more active, and definitely saw some of those, heavier fish coming out of that deeper water. But regardless, fish were caught across the board. They were caught on a variety of techniques. Within the recap, I would have to say that fishing a bait a little slower, even dead sticking, a less active presentation in deeper water was definitely the tactic that did better. We saw everything from small egg patterns like salmon eggs, to small, maggots or waxworms, but small presentation, deeper water, that was definitely the tactic that did best at the Steinaker Reservoir event. But again, it was an awesome event. We had a ton of anglers, had a ton of youth, had a lot of females out there, so it was just great to see families, friends, and everybody getting out on the ice. I'm going to throw in a couple of these videos right now. This is an interview with your first, second, third place winners. We also have an interview with a father-son who did tremendous. They both placed. I'm also going to throw in a video of the kids' hat run because we had 40, 50 kids participate in our 10 o'clock game, which is just great to see. So I'm going to throw a video on that. Watch these, and hopefully you can get some information from this that will help you at our next event, which is coming up on February 6th at Echo Reservoir. So again, we got a great series still coming up here in Utah at Echo Reservoir. We're excited to see what's going to place there. Have a lot of big trout, a variety of other species available at Echo. So we'll see what's going to take that event coming up February 6th. If you are not registered for that, make sure you get registered at tightlineoutdoors.com. reservoir.com. We're excited about that. But again, hopefully you enjoy these videos. These are the recap interviews post-event. But again, this entire recap interview is brought to you by Quiet Cat Bikes. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you enter the code word ICEFISH. If you're thinking about getting an e-bike, there's some huge savings when you use that code word ICEFISH. So again, check it out. I'm Nate Zelensky with Tightline Outdoors and the Ice Addiction Tournament Series presented by Clam. We'll talk to you soon. All right, we are here with the winner of the Steinaker Ice Addiction event presented by Clam. Brian, how'd you do today? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was great.
Now you caught 6 fish. You weighed 2 of those fish.
I weighed 2.
You came in with a 1.32 pound rainbow, which is enough to take the win. By a decent shot. We had a lot of ties. Obviously, it's a close call. You said 3 fish, and you caught a lot of fish of the same size.
Yeah.
Now, anytime that you're up on the board early in the day, were you nervous all day?
Not until you guys told me I had a pretty good fish.
So. We sent out a text midday. He knew he had a good fish. We talked to him. He knew he had a big fish. Now, how'd you catch that fish today?
Well, I think on that one, I was kind of chasing the fish up and down the water column, and then I kind of let it sit on the bottom, and some fish came up, and I hooked them.
Got it done. Yeah. Working the entire water column is probably one of the biggest tricks to ice addiction. Obviously, we have hundreds and hundreds of anglers down there. Majority of fish drop, or majority of anglers drop to the bottom. A lot of times, those fish will come up, working the column, getting their attention, bringing it back down to their strike zone. They got down. Well, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
You're going home with a $3,000 Quiet Cat bike, $3,000 cash, and $1,500 to Bass Pro. I mean, talk about a shopping spree. Going to Bass Pro Cabela's with $1,500, buy whatever you want. Congrats, man. You did good.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Nate Zelensky with Ice Addiction. We are now down to our second place winner, Gail. It's an honor to hand you this prize. You have fished so many ice addictions. You live here in Utah. I mean, you've traveled 8 to 10 hours to some of our events. You've never missed one. Talk about a loyalty to the event series. Again, it's an honor to see you up here. You catch fish all the time. Yesterday, you got to the point where he was almost secretive. I said, Gail, how'd you do? Did you catch fish? He goes like, we'll talk tomorrow. I knew he was on something good. How many fish did you catch today?
7.
7 fish. And you got that big one. What won that today?
Well, persistence, I think, and just changing up, trying something until I got on to what they wanted.
You started to get them. Now, yesterday I saw you pre-fishing shallow. Today you went in a little deeper. I mean, you fished the whole thing yesterday during pre-fish, but you ended up in a little bit deeper water than I thought you were going to be. What led you to make that decision?
Because when I was pre-fishing yesterday, I caught a lot of the little ones up close, and I thought I'd move out a little bit.
Bigger fish hanging in that deeper water.
A little more of the water column.
Yep. I can't argue with you. You got it done. You got a lot of fish. You got a big fish. Yeah, great job.
Thank you very much. Hey, it is just unbelievable.
2, 1.
Alrighty, I'm here with Vance, your 3rd place winner of the Ice Addiction event. Did you have fun out there?
Had a great time.
Now you got a good fish. How many fish you catch today?
Actually, just one.
Just one. That's what we want. The one fish, you got it done. No wasting time. What caught that fish for you today?
Ended up just a white grub.
Okay. Deep water, shallow water?
Just about 1.5 feet off the bottom.
Okay. Awesome. You got it done. Now, when you caught that fish, did you know it was something good? Did you, I mean,
pretty good,
felt
yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Awesome.
I was watching the 2 holes over, and the young kid pulling a lot of little ones in. So when that one came out, he even said, yeah, that's a winner there. So,
excellent. Awesome, man. Congratulations. Good job. Thank you.
Come on up.
Oh.
All right, I got Tegan and Sam here, father-son duo, both taking home prizes here at Ice Addiction. Obviously, you guys got down in. Who taught you how to fish?
Myself.
Taught him yourself. I love it.
My family taught me how to fish.
Awesome. You on it. You got it done. What was your winning tactic today? Obviously, you got it figured out.
Just going off the bottom with eggs.
Shallow or deep?
We were about 35 feet.
35 feet. The going trend so far today, fish got caught all across the board. The bigger of the fish definitely had a little bit more activity in that deeper water. So going deep was the right choice. Congratulations, guys.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, time for our annual hat run. Put prizes on the ice for every kid. Every kid in this tournament, 12 and under. Got about 40 of them up there.
12 and under, kids race.
All right, guys, before we go, I want to hear you guys scream as loud as you can, Ice Addiction on 3, okay? Now, it's not as good as I think it should be. We're going to do it again. All right? So we're going to yell Ice Addiction on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ice Addiction! All right, that was got fishing lures, you got a rod holder over there. All sorts of stuff from our sponsors. Who's ready? All right, so you guys got to wait till I say go. You understand? Hey, when they're done, yeah. And after we're done, we're going to take a big picture, okay? All right, so you guys got to wait till I say go, right? On your mark, get set. No, no! I have to say go!
Go, baby, go! Ready to go down the line.
There's more. There's more. Keep going down. You'll get something.